Good to see you all. I'm not Ryan Davis and the Roadhouse Band. I'm Ned Collette and the No House Band. But it's a real pleasure to be here with Ryan and all of our lovely friends. More and more I feel the time has probably come to release the ties that bind us to the past. Though helpless to make good on such a promise, seems the only way for any of us to last. The stars are coming out for billions round the world, but there's so few who get to see them shine. To waste a minute on the insults we've been hurling seems distasteful in respect to heavy times. As per instruction, I have left behind these stories. I'm continuing the journey now on foot. There's all new shadows gathering out to the east, and so there's nowhere for the old ones to be put. To beat the drum and hear it sound, it seems you gotta spend your time giving people reflections of their own desires, which I don't want to admit are the same as mine. Look over oceans to the time he forgot to love you, as you said goodbye upon that little hill. I heard he's doing well despite the clearer problems, and he works between the wine and the aspergill. There was a moment when you knew you'd come full circle, as you thought about that one who broke your heart. Although the truth is you weren't supposed to ever look back, 'cause the song said it would compromise your art. So you took the sky as your confessor, broke it off with your professor, hit the road down to the lake. 20 years flow past, and though you've traveled widely, you could never find another heart to break. The situation had you spying for the afterlife, but someone pulled your drowning body out. The streets turned gentle and our love became a liniment, but the childhood you recalled nothing about. If not for you and all you knew and all your strangeness and your light, it could be bad. A million ways the days shovel up their promise and deliver sit 5 stories high above the harbor of lost lovers at the bottom of the world. Imagine saying you could never be a tourist, then proceeding to give everyone a whirl. A little flashing of the future, a kind word, a kiss, a brush of fingers when you pay the bill. It's just that these days you can't tip your way by smiling. The years put paid to some of your former skill. I've seen horizons break the hearts of little children who believed the world was held within a hand. I've heard of mysteries described by executioners who see the eyes of those as they understand. I had a hope, it's beyond hope. I had a hope to let hope go. It's been enough to sit in darkness all alone and hope to never let it show. To beat the drum and hear it sound, it seems you gotta spend your time giving people reflections of their own desires, which I don't want to admit are the same as mine. I'm feeling lucky, feeling sad, I'm feeling lonely, feeling glad, I'm feeling anything I can. 'Cause when tomorrow comes a limping through the dark, it's gonna take all that I have to be a man. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. There's one of these rooms where I never know where to look, so I'm just going to look at that camera. Fuck. Hey Trev, do you want to try this one? It's nice to be in the pub. It means we can make mistakes. There's Trevor from the Roadhouse band. He's going to join me for a song that's relatively harmonically complicated on the most difficult instrument in the world known to man. Cover your eyes and cover your mouth. You should have known a brand new place, and inside that a brand new face. The roadblock has been put in place. Now you find a brand new face. Don't be scared, it's only air. It's just the same as it was there. The difference is there's nothing new. It's just that here you get to choose. All right, thanks. Yeah, it's kinda. Should we do Athens? Do you want to do that? LT, do you want to do Athens? I'm just gonna keep poaching members of Ryan's band, and then at the end, I'm gonna kill Ryan and assume his personality. Shouldn't be too difficult. All right, this is one written closer to these guys' collective homes.
Hey, check, check, check. Hey.
You there? You there? Am I South African? Fucking hell, man. Is anyone here South African? Are you? Really? Oh, really? Wow. I won't tell my South African joke then. Fuck. Oh, but I really want to. Block your ears. I'm Australian, and so what do South Africans say when you ask them why they moved to Australia in the early 90s? They say, oh, you know, I don't know, man, I don't know. The vibe was just weird, you know, the vibes were just a bit wrong. Georgia, he's just like you and me, but maybe not. Maybe he is somebody that love just clean forgot. He had a song and played it to me. just as 9 or 10. Turned out that he made it up just sitting there right then. Future clocks and Goldilocks, and singing about the one, and how economies describe collectives of the gun. But I left him by the fire that night, though my chance of sleep was slim. Turned out in the morning, no one had ever heard of him. But I heard he flew to Switzerland to crash at Tina Turner's pad. But clearly whoever's saying that is completely fucking mad. This guy didn't have so much, he only had that fire. And I've changed the city's name, 'cause I don't wanna draw his eye. But that song, it was inspired. Cheers. All right. These are all mostly off my last record, which Ryan put out on his excellent label, Sophomore Lounge, which is why we're all in this room, a million miles from our homes. And your home, Mr. South African. This one's called End Times Boogie. I've been down, I'm feeling blue. But you know it ain't on account of you. Another deed, another day, another self-congratulatory escapade. And every time you give me hope, I sit and think it's better just to cope. Every time they see another day, I find myself less and less to say. Cosmic showdown waiting to be had. The evil theories peddled by the mad, shooting all their shit out into space. Perhaps they'll disappear without a trace, but that's how it goes. Fear's the way to keep you on your toes. Distraction, the prevailing wind that blows. Hatred is the fire and the hose. Hold me tight. 'Cause I don't have the mic for keeping up this fight. Navigating centuries of pain, now they will be burned away in flame. Pouring through the centuries of blood, now they will be washed away in flood. Where to begin? Don't forget the color of your skin. He is the guy that comes to do you in, 'cause he don't like the way you're coming in. Oh, it's sad to think what could be had. Got me feeling bad. Well, everybody's shooting for the sun. Everybody thinking they're the one. But if we talk about it more, you'll see. Everybody knows that it is me. I'm going mad. We sit and drink and talk about what we had. Pushing sadness, yeah, everybody's feeling pretty sad. Everybody's feeling pretty sad. Everybody's feeling pretty sad. Everybody's feeling Yeah, cool, thanks. Snack. Come do a real quiet one for the bell end. Sarah used to turn her face a little too quick to hide. Things like that make us wanna jump in for the ride. We'll go out and see Black Elvis sing and mess around with some other things. And later when we hit town again, we'll mostly all be flying. Harry used to turn his face to everyone at the bar. 10 minutes later we'd all be running full pelt for the car. Usually we'd make it in, though one guy damn near kicked in the window, and it was back to mine for vicious wine again. Everybody had a mask made out in deepest blue. We push against the sky and watch it slowly change its hue. And Sarah still turned her face too quick, and Mal still hadn't gotten sick, but already it felt just like the world could pull us all apart. They drove you round the bend, but they did wonders for your heart. Old maid a drink for 3 days straight and sit up on the roof. A 3-day shirt soaked through with red, no matter what we did or said. All his clothes had come down in a pile, and the neighbors with their nasty smiles would give the finger out their new sub window. Cellophane cracked sky over the ruins that we land. You're with the wrong one on the sand, but still you let her take your hand. And now that place is ashes, and its people seem bereft. There's just so many things it's best not to mention. Everybody had a mask made out in deepest blue. We push against the firing sky and watch them change their hue. And Sarah still turned her face too quick, and Mal still hadn't gotten sick, but already it felt just like the world could pull us all apart. They drove you round the bend, but they did wonders for your heart. Be afraid, the woman said to me one wicked feast. Your lover's gonna have to be a lawyer at the least. It turned out in the short run that the coroner would have almost done, but we only gave it one more shot or two. took one last look back and I shot through. Cheers, thanks very much. I'm I don't know actually, it's getting pretty late. I think I'm gonna call it there, thanks very much. Well yeah, if you like that you're gonna dig this, I promise you. We got a heap of shit to sell in the world's most DIY merch stand ever. I actually love it, I think it's my favorite. Including some old t-shirts that Ryan and I made together. Yeah, it's nice. Pick them up, because they don't exist for much longer. Anyway, enjoy it. Have a good night. It's been great to see you. Catch you later.
Wow. Somebody die in here or what? Check, check, check. Does everyone in my band have what they need to perform the music tonight? Any final requests? These are your nuclear provisions. The past is a joke, played on the future by the present. And there is no cure for your decisions. The future's a joke, played on the present by the past. If I asked you to pull the cord from the phone, would you waltz me back to Babylon? Could you sit there and watch me pull a sword from the stone, just to keep the cable on? Oh, and is it enough? I got a busy signal from the neighborhood watch. I saw a trash collector piss in a cup. You know it happens, but you never get to see it. Like a slasher flick victim taking time to spell out help with the drip of their blood. It's a private decline. It's a private decline. It's a barreling forward towards some form of bold new sorrow. I was in the garden, I just didn't make a sound. I became a comic strip snowball. I became a space-age locomotive, barreling forward towards some warm, some cold tomorrow. But as the later feels, I'm just one guy, one gal, one serpent bound, and none of what I witnessed in the garden even really seems worth it now. It's just a quiet descent, a quiet descent, a quiet descent into fertile ground. Private concert from the Daybreak Band, bluebirds in a fight, rabies, pneumonic trees, Halloween, what's left of the night. river mumbling some wisdom ignored. A wise crack from a stick in the mud. I was in the garden, I was wounded, I was stricken with love. But you don't always get the kind of help you need in time from help written in blood. Help written in blood. We form a private assembly, a tribal gathering intertwined, with the patience of a knot in the log flume wood. You wouldn't rattle us if you tried. For these are our nuclear provisions. Along the days, gone are the girls. And these are our hour by hour decisions. We can try, but we can't fight our way out of this wet paper world. It's a primal design, and it's gated in pearl. Private concert from the Big Bang Band, bluebirds in a fire, barreling privately toward trying to be just one guy. When I was in the garden, I was 5 for 5. I started out a slasher flick victim. I became a space stage locomotive. Now I'm trying to get out. I'm just trying to get out. I've been trying to get out of this life alone. With these, my nuclear provisions. Gone are the girls. All the nights. These are my nuclear provisions. Long gone are the girls. Gone wrong are the nights. What of our my decisions? A joke played on the future again. Bluebirds in a fire. I jolted up to some new transference from a sliding door on a sister vessel and just let it play through. I left my wallet in El Segundo. I left my true love in a West Lafayette escape room. She had the kind of smile to get a blue swine in trouble, the kind of smile to get a violent 1 or 2 time felon in court. My little Jessica Rabbit, my Betty Rubble, my Mookie Terry, my Peggy Bundy, my Helena Troy. But I thought that I could make a better life with bubble gum and driftwood. Her sweet nothings are nothing more than debts I would owe. She once said that nothing can make her feel quite as loved as one early morning kiss could. I've been up too late one too many nights while lips have let her go, and for who I'll never know. Right there in the nights where they begin these threats from the soul. See the kingdom from the tailgate. If you stack a couple coolers, you are never gonna see it from the front of the line. Though I seen some other suckers they've been letting in there, and I think that the firmament bouncer was a rock pile buddy of mine. But I will never be anything other than a cage bird swinging from a chain swing, whistling for my baby seat, pecking on a W9, singing one of a kind. Love affair is, love affair is one of a kind. Love affair is one of a kind, and forever it goes. New threats from the soul, a new sheriff in my heart's wild west, a slew of mismeasurements between the place where I stand and the place where I will rest. If you need me, you know where to find me, north of a puddle and west of a hole. What was once our home but is now just a house for all these new threats from the soul. New threats from the soul. Jolted up to some new transference from a sliding door on a sister vessel. It's hard to know sometimes if I'm on the right course. I've been scrambling to find Christ in all of the places I'm told he likes. Tomorrow is a white dwarf shining what's left of its light forth from a life once bold and bright. And I will never be anything other than a cage bird swinging from a chain swing, whistling from my pacey, spinning like a carousel ride. I'm still up and still down. Won't you tell me where the fuck am I? I'm getting threats on top of threats from within. as unheard as one early morning wish could. When I'm wishing someone could quiet down these deafening threats from the soul. Threats from the soul. I was a cactus flower, and I had Heisman bud. Now it's a pissing competition between the man I am and the guy I was. And your sweet nothings are still souring the sheets of my bed and the threads of my clothes. As I lie entrenched in my own ignorance and drenched from my head to my toes. In new threats from the soul, new questions forming at the center point. It seems like hell is getting higher and the sky is getting lower, yet I'm only getting silence from the idols that I did anoint. Find what peace there is to find here north of this puddle and west of this hole. As I ramble on and place blame upon that which I've yet to behold. But can one really blame the soul? The strange positions I have put it in have led to mismeasurements between the place where I am and the place where I could have been. Sliding doors have slid and now all I can do is to do my best to control cruel transferences from the mirror world. Threats from the soul. Threats from the soul. Threats from the soul. Threats from the soul. Thanks. Can everybody hear everything okay? Thanks to the Bell Inn for having us. I played here solo last year and had a really nice time. And it's fun to bring my friends back, friends from the neighborhood back here to Bell. Park the Monte Carlo in the street, just so you know that I am there when you pass. We can make a business out of love, celestial favors, negotiated and paid for an American cast. There have been limits that push past. limits out of love? Have we not pushed limits that were not our own? We have pushed limits that were not our own. We have pushed limits that were not ours, limits that were not our own. We have pushed limits that were not our own. To go and park the Monte Carlo in the street. Technically, I just left it there when it crashed. Now I'm scared it's there to last. For lately, love has made a business out of you and me. I'm skimming hundreds from the drawer just to spend them store. A testament to the fact that I love you more and more. I love you more and more. I love you more and more. I love you more and ever more so foolishly. There are now no limits where there once were 2 or 3. There are now no limits to what your love can do to me. From here to Monte Carlo, from Rockwell to the sea, I'll make it known that we did push limits that were not our own. We have pushed limits that were not our own. We have pushed limits that were not our own. We have pushed limits that were not our own. The doorbell doesn't work, but it don't need to if there's no one at home. Y'all can dance for the rest of it. Yeah, that felt good. Keep it going for Ned Collette, everybody. What a treat. He and we have records for sale and shirts and all that sort of thing. If anybody's got a few bucks. I think there's also a tip jar floating around maybe. I don't know if that's a thing. I'll give up if you'll let me. I'll be a hero if you teach me how. I can change for the better if you make me. I'll clean it up if you bleed me out. A driver who done it, a rocket ship is covered in graffiti now. Sometimes even a white flag has its own process of weeding out. I'll give up if you'll let me. I'll give up if you'll let me. I'll go all in on it and embrace your release. Just leave the fish tank light on, babe, and crank the motherfucking pure release. Earth sign sipping exo cognac in the back of the donkey show. Everything is a secret. Everything is a secret, secret. Everything is a secret till somebody knows. I'd be willing to change for the better, but only if you don't want me to go. I'll board it up if you'll let me. I'll spray my name on the 2x4s. I'll start flipping through clippings of modern martyred quarterly classifieds just to find me something to die for. Or we could get our initials in the concrete now when the passion's wet. There are times when a white flag is nothing but a blank canvas that waves for what happens next. I'd be willing to change for the better. I bet I could, baby, I would change for the better. I bet I could, baby, I would change. I could change if you claim that I said I would, baby. I'd be willing to change for the better if you make me. I'll give up if you let me. I'll be a hero if you read me the news. Just hold my hair back, baby. I think I'm about to be singing the blues. Tell me, are we really in pain, or is it nothing? Is it really gonna rain, or is it bluffing? Am I ever gonna change? And if not, what then are we to do? My windshield's appalling. My rocket ship is covered in graffiti too. Everything is a secret. Everything was a secret, secret. Everything in the world was a secret till somebody knew. When I'm waving this white flag as it pertains to me and you, understand that we're fighting a war we can't lose. Well, I'd be willing to change for the better if you need me to. I'd be willing to change for the better. I bet I could, baby, I would change for the better. I bet I could, baby, I would change. I would change. I would change if I said I would, baby. I'd be willing to change for the better if you make me. I'd be willing to change for the better. I bet I could, baby, I would change for the better. I bet I could, baby, I would change. I would change if you claim said I would, baby. I'd be willing to change for the better. I bet I could, baby, if you made me change for the better. I bet I could, baby, if you make me change. Thanks. What's next? Everybody still doing all right? Yeah, we're American, I'm sorry. Kind of the southeastern part of America, which is historically sort of the most problematic part. But we're all nice people.
It's exactly what someone from the southeast of America would say.
I could barely tell the cattle roads from the chemtrails of our past lives. From this here cloud where I now stand, my skull was a dunk tank clown for some schoolyard lass to chastise. My rib cage was a loony bin built to keep my heart out of your hand. Well, I stayed busy in the daytime charging glowworms. Joys less simple seem to feel like child's play now. Perhaps the love we had was not what made the globe turn, but more akin in fact to what made the cows lay down. Oh, simple joy. Oh, simple joy. Home was close, death was hard, friends were both. You can't put a sticker price on her. Trust is a flower that is toxic to some and it grows from beneath. I learned that time was not my friend or my foe, but more like one of those guys from work. Life was safe if you could crack it or not, and I slapped the factory clock with a rose in my teeth. But those who helped grow me didn't know me, kinda lonely, nearly landed a kill shot. Till I grew up and started living alone. Now you can spell R.I.P. in limestone on a hilltop. With the sediment they cried when I didn't come home. Oh, the simple joy. Oh, the simpler loneliness. I've been making business cards from community boards since I was a boy. I'm trading my doubles for the circuit judge's home address. Bump the farmhouse hum up the city noise. Are we getting any closer to me knowing what the point of this is? The point of all these simple joys. The point of all these simpler loans. in the car seats. I numbered out a list of miscellaneous reasons to explain why I'm leaving, not counting the reasons unclear. If you need a proper goodbye, I could still catch the last bus to Marcy's. You can train a parrot to do what we do when we end up there. Singing all night about the simple joy. Talking all night about the simpler loneliness. 'Cause it's only at night when the farmhouse confides in the city noise. And tonight it feels I'm only feeling with the feelings that I don't express. Who does this life think it is to deprive its contestants of joy? Are you gonna pit a Vietnam vet against a measly cigarette that still somehow hasn't killed him? How can it be there's such an infinite payroll that one's loneliness employs? Who am I to try to shut a country singer's mouth when they start singing about Hank Williams? Come on. I can hardly tell the cattle roads from the chemtrails of our past lives. From this here cloud where I now stand, my ribcage was what but a loony bin, built to keep my deranged heart out of your fucking hands. I was hardly known to God, much less those who had sought to make their home in a bullseye. Till I grew older and I started traveling on. Now you can spell R.I.P. in limestone on a hillside. With the sediment they cried since I've been gone. Oh, the simple joy. Oh, the simpler loneliness. I've been taking business cards from community boards since I was a boy. I'm trading my doubles for the circuit judge's home address. A simple loneliness will do, and they can throw me in the shoe for all I care. I tell them everything I know about the simple joy, and I won't plead the fifth. I'll run what's left till the clock down, doing push-ups and cheating at solitaire. Singing all night about the simpler loneliness. Yeah, singing all night about the simple joy. Singing all night about the simple joy. Singing all night about the simple joy. Thanks. This is a song I wrote about a junk drawer heart. something like a hold to my face. Together we sing in search of what the hurting's about. Turns out it's somewhat of a tumultuous thing. So I make my way down to the bar. Lately it's the only place I like to go when it rains. Oh, but someone's been fucking with the jukebox again. And now it only plays the Sultans of Swing. But now it only plays the Sultans of Swing. I'm sure there's something of use deep down in the rubber band corner of my junk drawer heart. I just rarely ever open the thing. I just rarely ever even open the thing. Madeline moved herself to town last fall without telling or asking. Hey, that was not my bad. Now she's gone and locked herself in the bathroom, dancing and crying about a thought I had. Her daddy was a hypnotist, and her mother was a metronome. And her mortal coil is not so much a curse as it is a stepping stone. She knows there's something of use deep down in the rare coin corner of her junk drawer heart. She's really made a mess of it though. Oh, she's really gone and made a mess of it though. I spend a lot of time at the house, and I can admit that maybe certain parts of me have changed. When Madeline moved herself back to the city, and yes, I guess perhaps I am partially to blame. I have a thought of heading back to the bar. Something deep inside of me starts to refrain. Someone's been rifling through the junk drawer again. Oh, and you know things get kind of tangled when your whole heart's rearranged. It's like chewing on an apple in an archery range. And maybe there's something of use deep down in the matchbook bottom of my junk drawer heart. Maybe there's nothing there but joker cards and keychains. Nothing but joker cards and keychains. Nothing but joker cards and keychains. My things, and now we're singing. Smoke is just an unspoken apology from a match, my in the rubber band corner of my junk drawer mind. I just don't know if I'll find the time. I just don't know if I'll ever find the time. I just don't know if I'll ever find the time. I just don't know if I'll ever find the time. Thanks, everybody. I want to introduce my band, and I want to say it's our dear friend Trevor Nickrant's last show of the tour with us tonight. So give the boy a special long round of applause. We love him so much. We got LT on the bass singing some songs here tonight. Jim Marlowe on the drums. Dee Dee Bongo back there in the corner doing all the magic he does. Got Smokey DeRoic on the electric guitar. And I'm RD. We're so happy to be here. We got a couple more for you. Yeah. We played to like 6,000 people at a festival yesterday, and then we drove 2 hours back to a war bunker where we all slept together in one room, all six of us. And I woke up this morning and I was looking for my cell phone charger, and I reached down and I picked up a bottle of lube that somebody had left beside the bed who stayed there before us. And this is a song I wrote today about that experience. It's called Flashes of Orange. I get guilty, babe. Oh, when the shades are drawn. But all my past mistakes, they chatter on my forehead the whole night long. Oh, but it's getting longer, babe. The list of things I might do for a buck. If I only had a Pepsi now, for all the Coke spilled in my truck. My wishes, they always seem to go inactive on me. Right when I needed a friend. So I'm filling my well back in with a bag of concrete. I'm gonna fire my genie again. Sap suckers and screech out. Make UK jungle for me at dawn's door. Oh, honey, at dawn's door. The wars you wage with your themselves at dawn's door. Always thought that those were the most hard ones. Oh, I've been color coding my medals in this pissed off town, where no one's ever sent a postcard from. Oh, and I see the sunset, babe, through each and every shade of fear. And I can tell you each and every kind of hanging tree that grows native here. It's a blackened space between the back of my head and the back of my face. I lie in bed with a book of answers, but I doze off and I lose track of my place. The steady drip falls from the ceiling to my forehead. Oh, come on, that's just the pitter-patter of my past mistakes. See, I have this dream where I'm hitting the road again, but the engine roars and I'm right back lane. Distant cargo trains are the divas of these hills. The flashes grow with what the passion army kills and leaves for me at dawn. So I get nervous, baby, when I roll over and there's no one there. You see, I feel like I've already atoned for all my past mistakes. And that, my friends, is exactly what makes this feel so unfair. And if there is the hell I've heard described to me, well, I kind of doubt it compared. So I lie awake and I wait quietly for that tax return to come howling down from the side of a mountain. Oh, yeah. I get so scared sometimes, babe. I get flashes of orange. Well, I start thinking these things, and I pace backwards and forward. I have dreams of hitting the road again with the medals of my little passions adorned. But I always wake when I think I hear my name being called from that mean old bathroom troll. Flashes of orange and knots of red on honey and dawn's door. Flashes of orange and knots of red. I get these dizzying visions of a woman with dairy skin and a coxcomb head. I get these flashes of orange, flashes of orange, flashes of orange and knocks the room. goes out for the summer. Dead bullies mop the hall. The Passion Army's got my number. The phone's been ringing off the walls. There's no wisdom in the cradle, babe. There ain't no common sense in that tune. When they finally find me, I'll be out behind the barnyard, making promises to a broom. In a disco ball floats untethered toward the nights that we spent indoors. It spins inside of a tight sun checker, making blind the eye close we were sure. I swear when I get better, we're all gonna go somewhere that none of us have ever fucking heard of before. Oh, 'cause I have this dream where we're hitting the road again. But I always believe in the future. So with flashes of crimson,
Flashes of crimson.
flashes of crimson, and flashes of flashes of orange, flashes of flashes of orange, flashes of orange, flashes, 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 We got time for one more, I think, if we make it quick. So we've been Ryan Davis and the Roadhouse Band. Ned Collette, thanks everybody for hanging out on a Monday night. This place rules. We'd love to come back anytime. Want to do Walden? Let's do Walden. It's too polite to say no. Somehow I'm still out of time. Let's see.
What you doing, Dad?
What happened?
Dan just said, who cares? And he spewed his beer on me. I care.
I cared this much. Now I have nothing to live for. Just kidding. Let's hear it one more time for Trevor Nicran on the pedal steel. What a special boy. What a special instrument and a special boy. I used to hawk primordial truths in the faces of men. Now I'm down here pacing the pawn shop, pulling IOUs at ATM. I'll be soaring home tonight in confusing winds. In confusing winds. With balding wings, a Dionysianly loosely friend. When I come down, we'll let the truth begin. When I come down to Walden Pond on Spring, I'll bring what's left of my things. My heart sank like an informant in a lake. It left a trail of blood and dishonor, with a list of aliases in its way. Sometimes the view of the chapel from here is enough to make your genitals ache. I'll get a room above a vet hall in Clarksville for the night, or I'll revert to my original shape. When I come down, I fear I'll be a little too late. I'll be sitting shiva, sucking my thumb, mesmerized by the damage I've done. My wings in this wind are like candles to sun. Yes, I have a plan, yes, I have a plan, yes, I have a plan, and my plan is to run on down to Walden Pond. I'll bring what's left of my things. A baseball bat, a song of love, thinking ants, your diamond ring, my magic wand. I'ma mouth a little something to the money machine and take a swing at getting gone. My heart sang like an informant on a stand. It sang the song of love for his honor, and now my drinking buddies don't know where I am. I'll be soaring home tonight, less than Volan, more than man. My wings are candles to sun, your life a torch in my hand. Crash shadows passed over land. I'll pass a room above a vet hall in Clarksville on the right, where I'll lock eyes with every soldier I can. I don't know what's in store, but I know I need a store with a plan, where the counterfeits grip and the mortgages glow. The more that's within you, the more that gets slow. Yes, I have a plan, and my plan is to blow a kiss to the ATM before I go. They say it's something like a miracle when Dionysus hits the urinal. Your life, my life, and all the lonely others anywhere near its swirl. When what's left of my wallet's gone, I'll be down at Walden Pond, waiting on my assignment from the spirit world. Waiting on my assignment from the spirit world. Jericho. When what's left of my money's gone, I'll be down and old and gone. Waiting on my assignment from the spirit world. Waiting on my assignment from the spirit world. Waiting on my assignment from the spirit world. I think that's all we have time for. Everybody have a nice night. Thanks so much. Trevi, Mr. Survive.